Hey guys, welcome back. We are doing Arcade's quest today, hopefully. I'm pretty sure that I've got the right amount of trust points for him. I thought I asked them to follow me last time, but I guess maybe I didn't save properly.
I need to talk to you about something, if you haven't.
That was very quick. Sure.
Any day now? Caesar's going to try to march across Hoover Dam and kick NCR out of the Mojave. We're getting caught up in something important out here. Hell, after how you handled Benny, you're practically right in the middle of all this. I know I'm just along for the ride, but it's made me think about the past and how I might be able to help out.
What are you talking about?
I wasn't always with the followers, or with the NCR. My late father was an officer in a group called the Enclave, a remnant of America's pre-war government. Memories being short around here, not a whole lot of people remember them. But they did bad things. Terrorized communities, kidnapped people. Eventually someone stopped them. I was born a few years later at a military base on the coast, a place called Navarro.
Was that me? In Fallout 3? Did I stop them? Where did the Enclave go?
A lot of different places. I only know what I was told. Some of them were cut down by the NCR and the Brotherhood. Some of them went east. My mother never told me what happened to my father, but she and I went south with some others and integrated into the NCR. When the NCR learned that Enclave personnel had integrated, we kept moving to the fringes. It's one of the reasons why I wound up out here.
It must have been me, because I blew up their whole, headquarters in DC in Fallout 3, where President Eden lived. Can you say that about a computer? What happened to Navarro?
After the Enclave's command structure fell apart, it was only a matter of time before Navarro was overrun by NCR forces. My mother and I left with some of the troopers from my father's old unit, the same people I've kept in contact with over the years. Anyone who didn't get out was killed by the NCR. Even some of the ones who escaped were eventually hunted down by the Brotherhood of Steel.
Where are you going with all this?
The Enclave did a lot of bad things, but there were good people at Navarro. Good people with a lot of experience. Not many of them are alive anymore, but I think they can make a difference in the fight against Caesar.
Do you want them to help the NCR?
That's a hard question to answer. I know I don't want the Legion to take Hoover Dam. So militarily, yes, I want them to help NCR. If possible, I'd like to figure out a way to help the NCR win Hoover Dam without holding New Vegas.
Yeah, I agree. We're on the same page. Say no more, I'll do it.
Great. I'd like you to talk to the old-timers, the remnants. I don't think I could convince them by myself. To them, I'm still a kid. But you're a big part of what's happening out here. When you talk to them, they'll understand how important this all is. I've kept in contact with them over the years, so I know where you can find them. But I doubt they'll open up to you unless I come along. I know I'm not always the most serious guy around, but this means a lot to me. Thanks.
No problem. Yeah. I like Arcade. I think that I agree with a lot of what he's doing. We'll see after this quest if I still feel the same way, but yeah. Yeah, he's very logical. Maybe a bit on the spectrum. But that's great. I wonder what's through these gates. I can't go through them. Is this...
I hear the Great Khans got massacred again.
Could be
No survivors
DLC.
this time, though.
But you can't interact with it at all.
Caesar has permitted you to leave, but not with the platinum chip in your possession. Relinquish it and you may go.
Here you go.
You're free to leave. The guard in the weather station will return the chip to you when you're ready for Caesar's mission.
Where's my travel buddy? Where's my guy?
Slaves aren't much of a challenge in the arena.
By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items.
Keep... sure?
Your belongings will be returned to you when you leave.
Oh, there you are.
Awe, are you ready to return to Cottonwood Cove?
I'm ready to return.
Very well.
Okie dokie. Where shall we go first? Let's go to Dr. Henry first. I remember Dr. Henry. Oh yeah, Lily. Lily's back. Wonder if I can send...
My, but that Lucky 38 is a large building. And so fancy.
Wonder if I can send her there. Can I send her? No, I think I need to recruit her again.
Talk to you soon, dear.
Alright, Dr. Henry.
Is there something else I can do for you?
Arcade has asked me to gather all the former members of the Enclave in the Mojave.
I'm intrigued, so I'll go to this reunion. I'll be handing things over to Calamity, so talk to her if anything comes up. Oh, you'll need my word from the passphrase to get into the bunker. Friends. Don't forget it.
Friends. Okay, goodbye.
Yes, yes.
Doc Henry always was a hard one to figure out. It didn't seem to matter whether he was working with humans or dogs. He had an equal lack of affection for both. A regular Diogenes. I'm not sure what the man was after. Knowledge is power, but to what end for Henry, I have no idea. The problem was what mattered to him, not its practical impact. He simply solved riddles because they existed.
His work was what mattered to him.
Not everyone dreams of being a revolutionary, I suppose. Maybe we can't all change the world. Maybe it's enough just to do good for the short time that we're here. No one's going to sing Doc Henry's praises when he's gone. But he's probably saved more lives than I ever will.
I don't know about that. Working with dogs and people is like the guy from the TV show. I forgot his name. Judah Kruger next. There we go.
Those sticking around for the attractions?
I like how we fast traveled right next to him as well. That was handy. Arcade asked me to find you. I'm gathering the remnants.
Hello, Arcade. Making some new friends, are you? Why the need for a bunch of old war horses like us?
You'll be the element of surprise.
Swooping in on a vertibird, guns blazing? Haven't done that in years, but all right, I'm in. None of this means a thing if the rest of the group doesn't show up, though. Oh, and you'll need my part of the passphrase to get into the bunker. Navarro.
Friends? Navarro. Tell me about the old days with the Enclave.
I miss those days sometimes. We all had a purpose, you know? I admit that some of the folks in charge were pretty ruthless. The rest of us, though, we were just trying to civilize things. The NCR was still new, and it didn't look like they'd last all that long. Then we lost the oil rig, and shortly after that, the base at Navarro. Nobody left except us remnants.
What happened to the oil rig in Navarro?
Internal sabotage took down the oil rig. Never did get the full story. The NCR took out Navarro, saying we posed a threat to the region.
I'd like to know more about the former squad.
I was the officer in charge, and Johnson and Moreno were my heavy hitters. Henry handled tech things, and Whitman flew the chopper. Johnson and Moreno never got along, and I had my hands full keeping those two apart some days. It was a difference in philosophy, mostly. Mercy was not part of Moreno's vocabulary.
Goodbye.
Uh-huh.
Judah Krieger is the glue that's kept us all together over the years, and with good reason. Anyone who can command Moreno and Johnson in the same unit without somebody getting fragged is one hell of a leader. Krieger was polite and kind, but never warm. He always did his best to make me feel welcome in the group. I think he did it out of a sense of loyalty to my father. Loyalty means a lot to Judah. Not loyalty to the Enclave, or even the ideals they fought for, but to the people who served with him.
That's pretty good. They're loyal to you too.
Sometimes I wonder how much of my father they see in me. They went through a lot together, but my family went through it too. I'm glad they've watched out for me all these years. Maybe someday I can return the favor.
That's pretty good, being loyal to people who served you. It kind of like is the opposite of, like CEOs or upper management who kind of
the bosses of the
take credit for all the good work that you do, but when you're doing bad, you get all the blame. The opposite of that, whatever that is. Who's next? Marino, or we'll just go to this one. It's nearby. I think it's one. One of these houses. Orion? Oh. A little bit creepy. Do you want a light on? Very empty house, no lights, nothing. Hello?
Looks like I forgot to lock the doors again. If you're with the NCR, get out. This place is mine, and I'm not leaving.
Arcade and I were looking for you. We're gathering the remnants.
Been a while, Arcade. So, what's the point of all this? Can't find any younger mercenaries?
Your advanced level of tech would be useful in settling things between NCR and Legion.
Is that right? The million-dollar question is, who exactly are we settling?
Do you have a preference?
I wouldn't mind cutting down a few platoons of NCR troopers with my old Gatling laser.
Are you coming to this thing or what?
Oh, I'll come. But depending on the plan, I might not be staying. Keep that in mind. Arcade might have mentioned there's a passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My part is remember.
Remember friends... Navarra? Remember Navarra friends? It didn't really sound like he was letting me say that I want to side with the NCR. So I don't know. What did you do when you were in the Enclave?
Heavy weapons trooper. Nothing better than hosing down a target with an excess of bullets and laser fire. By the time I got through with things, not much was left standing. Any morons who didn't run when they saw me coming got what they deserved. Back then, it was war. If we'd been on the winning side, I'd be called a hero.
Do you have something against the NCR?
Oh, like you wouldn't believe. The NCR makes a habit out of wrecking homes. I came out here to get away from them. Didn't work out so well. Next thing I know, I'm squatting in their land. Never mind that I already been living here for years.
What do you do around here?
Do? I don't do anything. I'm retired.
You look retired. This is what retirement looks like in the wasteland. So what did you do before you were retired?
I was a soldier. Why do you even care? I came out here to forget about the past, so quit bringing it up.
Okay, goodbye.
Moreno took the fall of the Enclave hard. He never questioned his orders, never questioned the legitimacy of what the Enclave was doing. To him, it was all one unbroken chain, from Washington to Richardson. When we left Navarro, I remember looking up at Moreno. He said, "Kiss America goodbye, boys." When we left the Enclave behind, the love in him burned itself out. Now there's just a bitter old man left.
It is hard for old people to let go of things, isn't it? I don't know, I'm generalizing. Don't be too hard on him. It's part of who he is.
I suppose you're right. When you're part of something for that long, maybe it's impossible to let go without losing part of yourself. Moreno may be a stubborn son of a bitch, but at least he's loyal.
Yep. Loyalty is coming up a lot, isn't it? Sorry if you can hear my dogs barking. Who's next? Aerotech is probably the closest to that spot. Marino is the hot-headed one that Kruger was talking about, so yes, he's coming. And then I think this next one, ooh. Why are you all standing there like that? What are you waiting for? Creepy.
Hey.
Okay. I think Cannibal's the next one in here. Ooh, Cannibal Johnson's cave. I'm assuming it's this one. We've still got quite a few waypoints that we have, locations that we haven't discovered. We've got one south, one north. There is, there was something that I wanted to do with Vault 34 and I can't remember what it was. I think it's part of another quest or something. Oh, Jesus. You don't want friends, huh? Are you a cannibal? You're not a cannibal. It's just mole rat meat. What's mole rat wonder meat?
Someone finally put down that sick motor runner son of a bitch. Well, it's about damn time. What took you? Oh.
You were expecting someone else?
I've been in the Reaper's shadow for a long time now, and I thought he'd finally showed up to collect. He's just mocking me now.
You sound like you're eager to die.
There's a twitch in my trigger finger. I've lost my eagle eyes, and the other day I could have sworn I heard Sergeant Dornan chewing me out. I'm old, and I'm starting to feel it. It's not pleasant, especially when you know your mind's slipping away. And we all gotta go sometime. But I was hoping for something a little more heroic.
Who's Sergeant Dornan?
He was a drill instructor I knew. He was also the meanest bastard I've ever known. Once he caught this private out of uniform, and old Dornan went off on the most ear-blistering rant known to man. It was inspiring.
You served in the military?
Yeah. It was a long time ago. Things were better back then.
Tell me about yourself.
What do you want to know?
So, are you a cannibal?
Ha! I'm not saying. It's part of my mystique, after all.
It sounds like there's an interesting story behind it.
The truth of it is that I did cut out a raider's heart, but only took a bite to mess with his buddies. They had me surrounded, and I went with the first thing that came to mind. Some ran, and the rest were startled just long enough.
You live out here by yourself?
Sure do. Had a wife for a while. Tribal girl, really pretty eyes. But she's been gone a long time now.
I don't have any more questions. Let's talk about something else.
Well, ain't like I've got places to be.
Arcade asked me to gather all the remaining members of the Enclave for the Mojave. In the Mojave.
Thought I recognized the fellow with you. So what's this reunion all about then?
He thinks your experience and technology will help resolve the conflict in this region.
Well, now there's an interesting idea. Do a bit of good before we're all dead and forgotten. You can count me in. Oh, and in case Arcade forgot to mention it, there's a 5-word passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My word is old. Appropriate, huh?
Is that it? Oh.
If I had to pick anyone who didn't belong in the Enclave, it would definitely be Johnson. He hated what the Enclave was doing. Day to day, week to week, he would question orders, subvert mission objectives, do anything he could to serve without serving. It's amazing he was never court-martialed. He always had good things to say about my father. Said I was like him in a lot of ways. I wish I knew.
I'm sure your father would be proud of you.
I wonder if he would. It's pointless, I know, but sometimes I wonder what he wanted me to be. Maybe being a doctor in the middle of Nevada wasn't exactly what he had in mind for his little boy.
Not a bad thing. Oh shit. Sorry.
What
Anything
brings
else I
you
can-
around this time?
What did you do when you were in the Enclave?
Squad marksman. I'm pretty proud of the fact that I never killed a single soul who wasn't trying to kill me or one of my team first.
You make it sound like you were avoiding innocent deaths was uncommon in the Enclave.
I'm sorry to say that it was. Civilian casualties was acceptable and sometimes encouraged. My former squad mate Moreno didn't need encouraging. Moreno and I might have killed each other if Captain Krieger hadn't been there to pull us apart.
That's why they were not getting along.
Be seeing you.
He's a bit more
Maybe.
of I guess, pacifist in relation to the Enclave, I guess. And Marina was a bit more hot-headed, trigger happy, yeah, something like that. And Daisy Whitman was the last one. Have we met her? I'm pretty sure we have. Is she one of these rooms? Oh no, she's waiting out there. Is that her? Yeah, we have met her. She's a pilot, of course, yeah.
Your travel's been going all right?
Yeah, we have spoken to her. I couldn't remember if it was from another playthrough that I remember talking to her or this one, but this one, because her dialogue's grayed out. Arcade asked me to find you. I'm reuniting the remnants and they'll need your piloting skills.
Told you everything about us, did he? Well, it's been a while since I've had my hands on the controls of a vertibird. There's a chance I could crash us in the middle of Lake Mead. That place seems to attract aircraft for some reason. But if I get one more chance to fly, count me in. I'll be there. My part of the passphrase is dear.
How did you like flying vertibirds for the Enclave?
I was never happier than when I was in the cockpit. I was able to go just about anywhere and everywhere, limited only by the fuel I could carry. There were more than a few missions where I took the scenic route home just so I could stay in the air. Caught hell for it every time, but worth it. Some of the things we did were questionable, I know. That's just how it was back then. Figure I've done enough good to make up for any sins, anyhow.
Goodbye.
Watch your six out there.
Since my mother died, Daisy's been the only woman in my life. She was the only other woman close to my father, too. She flew him out on over a dozen missions, including his last. I've always been close to Daisy. There have been some good men along the way, but lovers make poor confidants. Daisy never had children of her own, so she was always there to listen. Being in the Enclave didn't mean much to her. She just loved to fly. It broke her heart to be grounded.
It was an important part of her life. Why shouldn't she enjoy it?
As screwed up as it sounds, at least she was a part of something. Granted, it was something admittedly pretty bad, but it was something. If you spent the first half of your life flying Enclave troopers in a vertibird, I suppose picking over pre-war rocket parts doesn't quite compare.
Okay, that's it. Got all of them. This is probably going to be a nice short part compared to last week. I had to do a lot last week. Oh,
Hey.
I didn't realize where I fast traveled to. It surprised me. Yeah. I guess Daisy was in a male-dominated field, so couldn't have been easy. What's
Here
that?
we go.
Oh, Mantis. Where am I going? That way. When I did my farm work in Australia, on the cattle farm, I got to fly I guess like a light plane? one of the really small planes. That was pretty cool. I realized though that it is not for me because I got very motion sick. It didn't help that we were doing like corkscrews and stuff. But yeah, that was definitely an experience. Wow, this is really hidden. Remnant's bunker. Okay, let's head in. What a throwback. Love it. What's the passphrase? Dear old friends, remember Navarro. Nice, that's it. Takes me back to Fallout 3. Raven Rock. Lockers. Can't take anything though. Get in trouble. Whoa, they got power armor. It's like the power armor on the cover of Fallout 2, I think? Armor locker. Combat armor reinforced. Where we need to go? Yep. If you worked on Fallout 3 and then on this, it would probably be quite fun to like be reusing some of the same assets.
I hear the Great Khans got massacred again. No survivors.
Who do I talk
this
to?
time, though.
Judah, of course, you're the leader.
Glad to see you made it here all right. So, who are we going up against?
How are you going to deploy your squad?
Marino, Johnson, Henry and I will be the boots on the ground. Whitman will stay with the vertibird.
Makes sense. What is this place?
This was a minor refueling station for vertibirds. It seemed an appropriate place to stash our equipment if we ever needed it. I'm surprised this place hasn't fallen apart. When I put it into standby mode, I expected to return to it within a few years, not decades.
Must be fun seeing the gang together again. Okay, so Marino might not like this, but I want you to help the NCR hold on to the dam.
Then that's the plan. We're gonna have a problem with Moreno, though.
Uh-huh.
He won't like that we're helping the NCR. You'll have to talk to him.
I'll talk to Marino.
You've got only one chance at this. I know Moreno. Once he's made up his mind about something, there's no changing it. Those robots on the strip are running around with different faces or something.
Oh.
Don't ask, because I don't know.
I didn't come all the way
Oh my
out here
goodness.
just so we could save the fucking NCR. I'm out.
I love that I'm doing this, like, towards the end of the game. I've got so many skills. Speech check 80. The remnants come in, guns blazing, showing the NCR how it's done. You actually don't want that.
I can't believe you've actually talked me into this. Fine, I'm in. But don't expect me to hold my fire if any NCR troops get in the way.
Thanks for doing this. Getting them all back together again.
You're always right behind me.
I'll be honest. When Moreno started going off, I didn't think we'd all be walking out of there in one piece. I still don't know how this is all going to shake out in the end. But at least the Enclave can atone a bit for all the damage it's done.
You've certainly done your part.
I've been wondering about Daisy and the others for so long, I still haven't figured out what I should do. I mean, I'm not like them. I was born at Navarro and my father served with them, but I wasn't really part of the Enclave. It seems presumptuous of me to think I could join the fight, even if this is a cause worth fighting for. Because I know when fighting breaks out at the dam, all hell is going to break loose in Freeside. They're gonna need every doctor they can get.
Ooh. Choose between Freeside or fighting at the dam. Oh, that's a tough choice. Because I would understand why he wants to fight at the dam with the remnants, because it's who he grew up with. It feels like family. It's kind of like Veronica's voice as well. And you kind of want to be part of the bigger picture, I guess. Whereas if you stay with Freeside, I think that's better suited for Arcade, but it's smaller in the grand scheme of things. Like, you're not kind of contributing. You are contributing. You're still making a difference in Vegas, but it's very, like, localized, if that makes sense. And he probably wants to feel that connection to his dad by fighting at Hoover Dam. But I don't think that path's for you, my man. I think it's more like what he said before about, what did he say? With Dr. Henry, it was like, just doing good for the time that you exist, for the short time that you're on the planet. So I think he doesn't have to be like his dad. I think that he's better off. He's not meant to fight, and to be honest, the remnants are sounding a little bit, I don't know if I want to say this, but they're sounding a little bit like Nazi war criminals. Like, there's a lot of similarities there. People who did bad things for military or government and got away from them after it collapsed, and have been running from them ever since, pretty much. Yeah, sounds a bit war criminally. And that's probably worse than being with some kind of like hippy-dippy, idealistic, Freeside doctors. I mean, it's probably worse than that, being a war criminal. I would go with Freeside. If you're so sure it's going to be a bloodbath, maybe you should stay in Freeside.
I honestly didn't expect you to say that. When I talked to you about Daisy and the others, you seemed to put a lot of value in loyalty to the past. What's changed since then?
Yeah, for them, not for you. You were born at Navarro, but you are your own man. Exactly. You're your own man. They have their fight and you have yours. You don't have to be like your dad.
True enough, I suppose. Getting them back together must be worth more than me spraying plasma all over the dam. Back to Freeside
Yep.
It is. I need to make a stop before I settle in. I'll be back in a while. Thanks again for your help. It means a lot to me.
Yeah, he's also not a fighter. Oh, he's gone. Arcade's better healing perk. He's returned to Freeside. Okay.
What's...
Oh, and you've given me all my stuff back. Excellent.
Moreno's a stubborn son of a bitch, but he's also tougher than any of us. I'm glad you were able to talk him into staying. Since Whitman will be staying with the vertibird, she's offered to give her old suit of power armor to you.
Ooh.
You'll need special training to use it properly, so talk to her as soon as you get the chance.
I already have training. I'll talk to her then.
The training might take several hours, so keep that in mind.
Okay, I got no place to be. Can I talk to...
I can't believe I'm going to help the NCR.
The NCR is
Can't
the
talk
best
to
bet for the
them.
wasteland.
Anyone else again?
We'll be ready. Don't worry. The NCR's got its share of wards.
Talk to you.
I appreciate you keeping Orion in the group. And since I won't be needing my armor, makes the cockpit a bit cramped, you should take it. It'll take a few hours to show you how to use it properly, so let's get started.
But I'd rather have them around than
I don't need training. Uh-oh, yeah, I'm over encumbered. What's the difference? Ooh, strength 1, rad resistance 15. Ah, this one's a bit better. Oh, this one's got +2 strength, but only +10 rad resist and -2 agility. I reckon this one's a bit slightly marginally better. Don't get as much strength though. And then this one's -1 charisma, rad resistance +5. This one's rad resistance +3, but it doesn't take away charisma. So I think this one is marginally better. Yeah. Rex, can you carry some of my stuff, please? Let's get rid of... Let's give you the C4. I probably don't need that. And the detonator. I don't really use that one. And I could just get rid of the sawed-off shotgun. Don't know why I have it. And you could probably hold the power armor that I'm not using. Perfect. Way under weight. Oh, I completed it. Nice! So... I won't yield any of the work that I put into this part until the Battle of Hoover Dam, I suppose. Oh, Arcade, you're back.
Like I said, I needed to go do something. This is it. It belonged to my father. I thought I might wear it at Hoover Dam, but after you talked me out of it, I didn't see the point in hanging on to it any longer. I'm here because of you, so I figured you're the one most deserving of it. It should protect you from everything short of a plasma caster. And if you need anything at all, you know where to find me.
What are you going to do now?
Back to Old Mormon Fort, where I can do some good. We followers may be idealistic, but even I know this is going to end in blood. Fortis fortuna adiuvat. Good luck. And goodbye.
Nice. Throw some Latin at me before we go. Gannon family Tesla armor. Oh, that's cool. Energy weapons plus 10, rad resist plus 20, but no strength. And this one's charisma -1 as well. I kind of like the plus energy weapons and the plus rad resist. So maybe we go with that. And it looks kind of fucking cool as well. Well, Rex, I guess it's just you and me right now. Let's give you the rest of that power armor before I forget. I'll keep the Brotherhood, the T-45 power helmet on. Well, I suppose that's it. He's just wandering off. Bye! Okay, I can't decide who I want to bring with me now. And I guess I can't recruit Arcade again. That sucks. Yeah, maybe I'll decide next time what we do and who I recruit again. But that's all the companion quests done. Pretty good. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great rest of your day, whatever it is that you are doing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.